Welcome back. This is part 2 of this video series showing exactly how to grow a local newsletter from 0 subscribers. In this series, we are genuinely starting from 0. You've got no Facebook page, no Instagram page for this newsletter. You haven't written a newsletter before. The whole series is going to be walking you through this. Now, this is a 6-figure business if you want it to be. This is a lifestyle business. Do it on the side. It pays my mortgage kind of business if that's what you want. It's incredibly powerful what you can do with this business model. Now, in the first video, if you want to go back and check that one out, we talked about how to pick which platform you're going to write on, how to pick the area, so to decide if your area is big enough or not, decide what you're going to write about, and we also talked about some AI tools that are going to save you an absolute ton of time in order to do this. So the premise with this video is you've made your logo with AI, you pick the platform, you've set up your newsletter, and your first newsletter's written. Now, this video is about subscribers. Let's get your first 20 to 50 subscribers, and I'm going to talk you through exactly how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to subscribe, and the reason for that is that every time you get sent the email, you want to be checking it, because how it appears in the software that you're using isn't going to be exactly how it appears in somebody's inbox, even though you can preview it in a lot of these tools. So get yourself on the list first of all, and then ask friends, family, and co-workers to subscribe. You want a few friends or family members that you trust the opinion of to sign up for this thing, because you want to know that it opens, that they received it, that everything is nice and clear and formatted, that they understand the purpose of each of the sections. You want to know which sections they find interesting or not, so that if you want to make changes or you need to make changes, you can. And then once you've done your first couple of additions to maybe 5 or 10 people, then start reaching out to more people. Now, this is a local newsletter, okay? So if you're a business owner, let's say you're a real estate agent, maybe you run a decking company, you're going to have friends and family that you know in the area who are going to be interested in news and events and discounts in your local area. You probably got several hundred Facebook friends on your personal Facebook page or Instagram page that you could reach out to and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. Here's the link. Would you mind sharing it on your social media? And they're going to share it for you. Now, you might not share it with all 500 people, but if you've got 10, 15 people that you know, and they're willing to share it on their social media, oh, my friend or so-and-so that I know, my neighbor, is doing this thing. I wanted to share it with everyone. That will get you your first subscribers. And if you want to as well, co-workers, I mean, if you're, a real estate agent, or like I said, a decking company, something like that, HVAC, you might have co-workers that you can share this with and say, I'm doing this thing. Would you mind sharing it on your profiles? And this can all be done on your personal profiles. The next thing you can do is start to post in local Facebook groups and Reddit threads. Now, I will add a word of warning with this one. Some people in these groups are there just to not be very nice, unfortunately. Some of these local Facebook groups can be absolutely lovely, and some of them can just be a really nasty place. So you got two options here. You either don't do it, or do it, and then if people aren't very nice about it, they're like, oh, I don't want this, or this isn't any good, or whatever, then you stop, or you just ignore them. You just know that you're providing value to the local area, and you ignore the people that criticize. Unfortunately, it is going to happen. It's the world we live in. And the same with Reddit. So you can find local subreddits in your area. Just go to Reddit, set up an account, search your local area. You'll find a subreddit. You'll find things going on. It's also a great place to get ideas for things to put into your newsletter, but you can post about your newsletter. Now, you want to provide value. So, for example, one thing you could do is you could take the events section of your newsletter, turn that into a post for Facebook and these Reddit threads, and just be like, oh, this is what I'm doing in my newsletter. I sent these out today. Hope somebody finds this useful. And at the end, you want to put the name of your newsletter and then let people find it. Now, I do have another pro tip for you, which is when you join these groups, you can actually set up your own group description, not something that's linked to your actual Facebook group, Facebook profile, but it's specific to that group, and you can put the link in there. Not many people know you can do that, but it's pretty powerful. So if you are going to do this method of the local Facebook groups and Reddit threads, you are going to have a bit of a thick skin. But it is a good way to get those first 25, 30 subscribers that you've not heard about. A better way to do it, but it's going to take longer to get results, is to start a Facebook page and an Instagram page for your newsletter. Now, businesses, when you get to the point of sponsorships, and they're going to love your newsletter numbers, but they don't really understand the power of a newsletter. Whereas the power of a Facebook page and an Instagram page, they understand because they've probably got at least one of these for their own business. So when you're pitching somebody and you're kind of like, putting together a $200 a month package or $1,000 a month package to sponsor your newsletter, you're going to put in your Facebook and Instagram numbers as well as the newsletter numbers. So you want to start this early. And also, as I mentioned in the previous video, Facebook ads. When you turn on Facebook ads, you will also get likes and followers on these pages as well as signing up to your newsletter. So you do want to start them fairly quickly. My other tip for you is with your content, focus on video, focus on reels. It doesn't mean only do that. Like if you're short, like when I'm short on time, and I need to get some content out, I'll do a static image because it's so much quicker than a video. But video is going to get you faster results. Okay, it's more engaging and you're going to connect more with your audience. So reels, videos, that's what you want to be doing in terms of content. You don't have to post every day. 2 or 3 reels a week would be great as a starting point if you can do it. If not, go for static images. That's absolutely fine. Now, taking this up a level, let's imagine you don't want to go into local Facebook or Reddit threads and you've got a very small circle of people that you want to share this with. The next thing you want to think about doing is partnering with local businesses. Now, when I've done this, it's been massively, massively successful. It's got to be my favorite method for kickstarting and continuing to grow your local newsletter. Now, you can offer them a shout out or you can just go straight and create a shout out. So, for example, one of these reels that you create could be a local business shout out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tag that business and they're going to see that. And then very often that local business will repost your content on their social media. And then you'll get some followers and some engagement that way. When you start small, it's going to be very small. As you get bigger, you'll get a lot more out of it. But it's something to start from the beginning. You can actually just let them know as well. So send them a DM afterwards and say, look, we've done this video. We love what you're doing. We just did a business shout out. This is who we are. And start networking and get in contact with these people. The other thing you can do that's partnering with local businesses is you can do cross promotions. And this is my absolute favorite. You find a business which is a similar size to yours in terms of audience. You say, I'll shout you out in my newsletter on social media. Will you do the same on your social media? So let's say they've got 500 Facebook followers and you've got 300 on your newsletter and then 200 across your Facebook and Instagram, roughly the same. And then you're just promoting in different ways. And most businesses will do this. The key is outreach. If you spam a load of people with generic emails, nobody's going to be interested. So you've got to master the outreach for this method. But once you have, it's not difficult, but you've got to do it the right way. I would say that 85% of businesses that I contact are up for it. Okay, for a free cross promotion. And again, even if you just have a very, very low conversion rate, you're going to get subscribers to your newsletter. People are going to see you, they're going to follow you on social media, and they're going to start subscribing to your newsletter. And you're building these relationships with businesses that you might want to get money from in the future for advertising. My tip for this is don't worry too much about the numbers. Right? You're going to make some mistakes. Some of it's going to go wrong. Just get the reps in. Keep asking for a few weeks, friends, family, co-workers to promote it. Get in some Facebook groups and get used to posting across these Facebook groups and in Reddit once a week. Get used to posting on your social media a couple of times a week. Get used to sending out 3 or 4 DMs a day to local businesses about shout outs and cross promotions. Just get the reps in, get into a routine, find when it's best for you to do this. All of this can be done for your mobile phone. You can do this on your commute. You can do this, when you get up early before the kids are awake. You can do it anytime that you've got spare time, even if you've got a 9 to 5 job. So this is not, there's no barrier here in terms of time. If you can find 5 minutes on your mobile phone, you can do some of this. And like I said, we use AI in order to do this. AI can write the DM for you. It can write the social media post for you. It can do the research and find Reddit threads and Facebook groups for you. It can write the outreach message for cross promotions. So you don't have to do any of this from scratch. Free AI tools will help you with this. And that's one of the things we teach. So hopefully you can see now exactly how to get your first 25 to 50 subscribers. If there's anything you want us to cover, please leave a comment. I've also been asking people about lead magnets. I'd love to do you guys a lead magnet that's useful. The first one is like a checklist. I thought maybe do a checklist of what to put in each section of your newsletter. And that way you'll be able to just work through that checklist every single week, making sure you've got everything you need in it. The second one was a group of case studies. I'll go and find 4 or 5 local newsletters that are doing great things, that are the kind of local newsletter you would want to model your local newsletter on, and I'll pick out some of the great things they're doing for you to focus on, and you can just learn from them, and then you could decide, which ideas you want to use in your local newsletter. So if you like any of those, put checklist in the comments or put case study in the comments, and if I get enough interest, I'll make that for you completely free. Also, if you want this document, then just leave a comment, and if again I get enough interest, I'll get it out to you guys. So hopefully this was useful. Next time we're going to be talking about building your visibility engine, going more into detail about how to get your newsletter out there. See you in the next one.